Good, good.
Was there any theme music with your show?
Yeah, but it's low.
Can you hear it now?
I heard it for a second.
Is there any theme music?
There was, yes.
Which you want to start over or just keep rolling?
We can't hear the music.
Start over.
All right. I'm glad you're using that box, man. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our show, the Al Islam Center and Community Issues Group. We're going to have an exciting show today. It's called the Movie Review. And it's with myself and Brother Julius. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And so I'm Brother Benjamin Shabazz, and this is Brother Julius Manis, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, so if you would care to join us, we're going to open up with a small, quick dua to ask for God's protection. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. So we want to get started, and first of all, we'd like to say that the purpose of our show is to go out and watch a lot of these movies and then come back and review them so you can decide whether you want to waste your money and go see it in the theaters or wait for it to come out on DVD. Also, whether to decide to take your children there as a family. So the first movie we decided to work on was
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, the new powerful Star Wars movie. So I'll let you start it off, Brother Julius.
So, for me, the first half of the movie was kind of slow, and they were developing Rey, who's played by Daisy Ridley, and Kylo Ren's character played by Adam Driver. So they had kind of a romantic thing going on, and they also were developing Finn, who's played by John Boyega, and Rose Trico, played by Kelly Marie Tran. They have a romantic relationship also.
So let's talk about Finn. Who is Finn?
Finn is the black character.
Right, the only one.
Right, right.
Okay.
Well, at least we have one,
Yeah.
So, so there was some fighting in the first half, and then there's a big war scene, where I guess like the climax of the movie. So the second half of the movie really impressed me, and so that's where you start to see Luke Skywalker's character develop, and he hadn't been in the movies since, I guess, the 80s, the first trilogy of Star Wars, and it was a great movie, and it's made 1.296
Billion?
billion. Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, what was so great about it was that it shows you when you have an obstacle and the only way you think you can go at it is physically, but some things you can't conquer physically. And you have to go, as far as prayer or meditation or, spiritually, you have to conquer it. So, I think this is a great movie. It's for children to see, and, it'll help them if somebody can talk to them about it, see that you don't always have to fight, you know.
Okay. So, what did they do when they didn't fight? I mean, what was their strategy? What did they do?
Uh, so they were backed up by the empire. The resistance was backed up, and they were in a fort, and they were bunkered down, and so it was that they were going to be killed, right? And so I don't want to give the movie away, but it was basically through meditation that they got out. So
Okay. All right. So you like the movie,
yeah,
and you say it's family friendly.
yes,
Okay. Okay. So, so for me, now that you even brought some of these issues up, I'm looking at it kind of slightly different now.
right,
Yeah. So I would agree, it's family friendly.
right,
But for me, as a Star Wars fan,
right,
straight up fan, I thought that well, I wasn't that turned on by it.
okay,
But listening to you now, I can see it to look at it from a different angle.
all right,
When I first saw it, I wasn't that turned on about it. I said they could have put this on DVD, man.
right, right,
But I did have a scene that I liked, and that was when the Emperor,
right,
it looks like the devil,
yeah,
he was in his little situation, sitting up on his little throne,
right.
and and in the background
His guards,
he had his guards, man,
yeah,
and they was all dressed in red
yeah,
with hoods on, and they had these weapons,
yeah,
these staff weapons, man. And so, so when the people came in there to have some dialogue with him, he was talking about how he couldn't be beat, and
yeah,
he's the baddest thing on the universe, and so forth and so forth and so on.
right,
So the people tried to attack him, and naturally, he got these powers. He can control matter, so to speak.
right,
But the guards stepped up. Like, man, it's like them guards was tough, man.
yeah,
So the guards did have a fight scene.
yeah.
And so that was, for me,
That was the best
that's
thing.
the best part of the movie.
Right,
But listening to you, looking at it from a different angle, so it's agreeable to watch. Take your family.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's move on to another one.
What do you have?
Well, we got so many. Maybe we should hit the major ones real quick.
Okay.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves. Yeah, that was your classic bank robber movie. You have Gerard Butler in it, O'Shea Jackson Jr., that's Ice Cube's son.
Oh, no wonder he looked like him.
Yeah, 50 Cent.
Okay.
You had a great cast. It was a great cast.
Gerard Butler?
Yeah, that's the guy from 300, Leonidas. That's Big Nick.
That's who that was.
Yeah, he gained a lot of weight. Hasn't been working out.
But that's who that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Who else was in it? Well, you named about everybody, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Max Holloway, UFC fighter, had a couple UFC fighters.
Which one was that?
That was the one who was driving the truck when they got hijacked, the garbage truck.
Okay.
Yeah, and Oleg.
Well, wait a minute. Was that the one who got? Wait a minute. Who was the bad guy star? Merriman. Who was that?
That was Pablo Schreiber.
Oh, is he UFC?
No, he's
Okay. So who was the UFC now?
when, like, after one of the bank robberies,
Okay.
and the money was in the dump truck,
Right.
and they hijacked the dump truck.
Okay.
The guy who was driving that truck, that was Max Holloway,
Okay. Okay.
and also another UFC fighter in there, Oleg Taktarov. He's a
Samoan?
UFC fighter, no, Russian.
Russian. Okay.
He just had a cameo.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And Michael Bisping was in it. I forgot to
Now,
mention.
who was that?
He,
UFC?
yeah, he just fought George St. Pierre.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what was the outcome of that?
He lost.
Who lost?
Bisping lost.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
George St. Pierre ain't no joke, man.
Right.
Okay, man. So, yeah. See, I like when you do this research because I didn't know all them UFC people. That's who I was looking at. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, you got any history on that brother that was the detective with Gerard and them guys?
Yeah, his name is Mo McCrae, and his character was Gus Henderson.
So who is he? Where he come from?
I don't know. That was my first time seeing him.
Yeah,
I think.
me too. Okay, all right.
So, what did you think of the movie?
Like you say, man, it's your typical gangster movie, man.
Right.
It was this cold-blooded bank robbers, man.
Right.
And when I read the reviews on it, they were saying it was a combination of 3 movies. And I forget the first 2, but the last one they said was Unusual Suspects. Or
Okay.
Usual Suspects.
Yeah, I saw Dead Presidents,
In there too?
and I saw Heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
So I seen it once.
Right.
Made no connection, right?
Right.
Then I started looking at the reviews, and I'm looking for Usual Suspects, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then I seen it again. I think I seen it 3 times.
Right.
And then you see Usual Suspects at the end.
Right.
If anybody's familiar with that movie, Usual Suspects, which was another chart breaker.
Right.
At the end, you start seeing people that didn't look like they was about what was going on, but they was really behind the whole thing, you know.
Right.
And you start seeing all that develop. But I think like the star power was in the UFC fighters.
Yeah.
For those who know about that, but on the other side, the star power was in 50 Cent.
Yeah. And O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son.
Yeah, man, didn't know who that was, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, I said, man, they done found another Ice Cube, you know.
Yeah, he was in Straight Outta Compton.
As Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Okay. It's amazing, man. Father-son relationship like that. That's amazing, man.
Right.
A lot of father-son relationships, there is no relationship,
Right.
So that's good to see him coming up like that as an apprentice, so to speak, to his dad, and then actually becoming a star and is in his own right. That's I love that, man. So plenty of action.
Plenty of action. Yeah.
And intrigue.
Right.
And
well written, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. The director was Christian Gudagast, and I'm not familiar with him, but I don't know what other movies he's done, but he did a good job on this.
Yes, he did. So if you're looking for a a nice, I guess this relate to us old school people. If you're looking for a nice old school gangster, shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
Right.
You know, Den of Thieves got it, man. Den of Thieves got it. And now being critical of it though, you know, being on the negative side, being critical of it,
Right.
I can't be too critical of it though. You can't be too critical of it. So, because when I first saw it the first time, I said, man, you know, like, come on, man, you know.
Right.
But then I keep thinking about it, so seeing it again. I don't know, I was talking to somebody, been talking to you about it. So I said, okay, I'm going to see it again. But how I see movies, I don't go to see the movie twice. I see another movie, right?
Right.
Then when I get out, if I can go in back in it again,
Right.
you know, then I'll see it again like that. But for me, it was a gunplay.
Right.
You know, they had guns that would piercing armor gun bullets, man.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big excitement part of the movie. You know, they just wasn't using regular weapons, man.
Right. Right.
They was using them high-powered weapons, Jack. And when they was having the last big shootout, you know, and the dude was tapping people in their car saying, "Get down, get down." And then they said, "Get behind the engine block."
he pulled out the big guns.
Man, oh man. Okay, so Den of Thieves, yes or no?
Yeah.
Can the family go?
No. It's not for kids.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, you know, because I think about when I was younger, you know, you could get mesmerized by that. You take it, and you could go for the villain, you know. And so I mean, you know, teenagers are gonna see stuff like that, but I don't think young kids, you know.
Okay, good point. I see your point too, man. Because they can get all hung up in the charismatic characters,
Yeah.
you know, who are doing things that are not healthy.
Right.
All right. So Den of Thieves. We got Den of Thieves down. We got Star Wars, The Last Jedi down.
Right.
Okay, what's next?
What do you have?
Okay.
I only have all the money in the world.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
I didn't see that yet. I was trying to see it, but I couldn't get to it.
Okay.
So while you looking that up, let me add something to the show here. You know, they got a offer coming out. Well, it's not coming out. It's been out, where you can watch movies for $10 a month. You can watch a movie a day for $10 a month. And if you look it up on YouTube, as a matter of fact, let me find it now. I'll tell everybody what it is.
Okay.
And so, I thought it was a gimmick, right?
Right.
Till I've seen somebody with it. They send you a card that looks like a credit card.
Right.
And you go to the movie and they just scan the card. So for movie goers, that's a must-have. That's a must-have. You know?
Right.
So my son signed up for it.
Yeah, it's so expensive now.
Man. So what I used to do, I used to go to Costco's
Right.
and buy them discount movie tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you get like 4 tickets for $35 or something like that, right. Regal or AMC. And that's what I would use. But man, $10 a month, unlimited movies, man, you can't beat that. I'm gonna see if I can get it real quick. So go ahead.
So all the money in the world is about J. Paul Getty. And at one time, they say he was the richest man in the world. And he made his money by helping, I think in Saudi Arabia, them get that oil out of the ground. And so his grandson gets kidnapped. And his grandson is John Paul Getty III, right? But his dad is estranged from his father. Like John Paul Getty Sr. didn't take care of his kids. And so they get reconnected, and John Paul Getty tells his son to move to Rome. And so his grandson ends up being kidnapped years later. And so they get divorced. John Paul Getty's son gets a divorce, and the wife takes the kids, but there's a compromise they make where she doesn't get any money, right? And she asked John Paul Getty, will he pay the ransom? It's like 17 million. And because they're divorced, he doesn't want to pay it. And also he has a lot of grandkids, and he figures if he pays the ransom, then his other grandkids will get kidnapped. So yeah, man, it and John J. Paul Getty wasn't, like a good person. And it makes you think that's maybe how he got rich.
Who played his part?
Christopher Plummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but he's a familiar actor.
Yeah, he is.
And so that's what the movie is basically about. Will they be able to negotiate the grandson's freedom? So yeah, it's an okay movie. You might wait for DVD.
Family?
Yes, yeah, family.
Family can go?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you rate it on at a scale of 1 to 10. You rate it on a what?
Maybe like a 4.
Whew.
It wasn't
That's
that
way
good.
down there.
Yeah.
So what about let me see. What about so we know the plot. So what about like the scenery and things like that?
It's in Italy, so it looks like they're in Italy, and like nice houses with J. Paul Getty, and she's in Rome, and they'll be like, we have to go to talk to him in England, and just pop up in England, So it's like it's rich people environments in the movie.
Rich people.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing is, J. Paul Getty, he lies a lot, and they don't have access to him. It's a thing where you have to talk to his people to get a audience with him, his family,
His family.
Yeah, yeah. So it's. I mean, if you want to know, like how rich people live, I would recommend it.
Okay. All right. So is it called All the Money? All the Money in the World.
Yeah.
Okay. So All the Money in the World. Oh, go ahead.
And that's basically, they said that J. Paul Getty had all the money in the world. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. So we got All the Money in the World. We got Den of Thieves. We
Last
got
Jedi.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Do we have any more? Did we do any more?
That's the only ones I have. Well,
I mean,
yeah.
did we do any more today? That's
No.
just them 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me read out this this information on this Movie Pass.
Okay.
It's now I just had it.
It should pull right back on.
Okay, here it is. It's www.moviepass.com. And if I hit it, it goes to well, it ain't going to nothing out here in this studio.
Okay.
Oh, now it's moving. Anyway, it explained to you how to do it. And I think you had to download an app or something like that. And it just tells you everything that you need to do.
Okay. So that's moviepass.com.
www.moviepass.com.
Okay.
So moviepass.com. Moviepass.com. This is for you moviegoers. This is an absolute
Nice.
blessing. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to pick up something else. So one of my favorite movies was Roman Israel Esquire,
Okay.
and then we have Proud Mary. Did you see Proud Mary?
I haven't seen that yet.
All right. So maybe we got 5 minutes. Maybe let's try to bust both of those out real quick.
Okay.
So did you see Roman Israel?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Roman Israel Esquire. It's a Denzel Washington movie. And in my opinion, it's one of his best movies. Maybe in his top 5 movies. And a lot of people, when they see the trailers,
Preview.
the previews, they see Denzel dressed up looking like a dork. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're not really. It doesn't turn people on. Oh, what's he doing now? You know. But the movie specifically focuses on the social problems in the society, and he is just really, in relationship to the social problems, he is just kind of like plays secondary to that. You know, if you're looking for him to be the big bad guy, you know he's not. But he gets in circumstances that the social issues are there and they're highlighted. You know,
Right.
Like for instance, you know, he walks to work every day, and it's downtown LA,
Right.
and it's thousands and thousands and thousands of homeless people. You know, set up all with the camp stuff and everything, all on the sidewalk, and it looks like a third world country,
Right.
but it's downtown LA. You know what I'm saying? And so, so nobody says, "Oh, look at these homeless people," but it's there. You see it,
Right.
and he walks to work every day, and it spotlights the homeless problem. Go ahead.
So he was a savant.
Yeah.
He could like remember case law and codes in his mind. So
To the T.
right.
To every little dot and comma.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's like was an activist in the civil rights era, and then he got into a small firm in L.A., and they do criminal law, and he didn't usually go to court. His partner went to court, and there's a crisis with his partner, and he has to go to court. And the funniest thing to me was when he said to the bailiff, he said, "Can you tell me where the white folks' court is?" And you know, so he, even though he was had a hard time socially, he had a mouthpiece, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So our time is running down. I wanted to go to Proud Mary, but let's stick with Roman Israel. So if you want to see Proud Mary, go see it. It's a good movie too. But Roman Israel is I think it's a very, what am I trying to say? It breaks down the barriers, you know, so you can just watch a movie and see America.
right.
See the police brutality situation, see the court system, you know, because it goes into that too, how most black people, when they go to court, what's the first thing they tell them? Plea bargain.
Plea bargain.
Well,
90%.
Yeah, just plea bargain it down, you know. Just you say, well, I'm not guilty. Well, just plea bargain it down, you know.
Wow.
So Roman Israel Esquire. I don't know if it's still in the movies because I keep looking for it. It seems like it's on the outskirts now.
Catch a DVD.
Catch the DVD, but it's definitely more than a DVD movie. It is an outstanding movie, and Denzel plays an outstanding part.
Great character acting.
Great character acting, man. So we got about 10 seconds, Brother Julius. I want to thank you, and looking forward to doing the movie review with you next time, brother.
All right.
Thank our viewing audience, and we want to close out by saying, Assalamu alaikum.